everyone, and welcome back for another video here on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. Happy to see you. And if this happens to be a first time stopping on my channel, welcome. My name is Monet. I am 27 years old, and here on this channel, I am documenting my financial journey. I am a cash budgeter. I utilize the cash envelope system. I have been documenting my financial journey and me using the system for the past 4 years here on YouTube. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, you want to learn, you want to watch my story, get some motivation, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the family. We would love to have you, and hit the bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload my next video. So within today's video, as we can see, we are going to be updating my sinking funds. We recently just budgeted for the month of August, so I'm going to go ahead and document all of my savings progress that I did for the month of July. So if you're interested in seeing where my numbers stand today, then of course just keep on watching. All right, so if this is your first time, what I like to do when it comes to my sinking funds is that at the end of the previous month, I come in and fill out my budget sheet. I do have these sheets available within a budget kit. If you are interested, I have them available on my website and my Etsy. I do have a form of paper budget, and then I also have a digital budget. So whatever works for you, but the kit does include the sinking funds breakdown, a debt update. It has an expense tracker. It gives you your monthly budget and paycheck breakdown sheets. So I have been sharing all of those sheets on my channel for years now. So if you want some more insights, I do have multiple videos with me showcasing those sheets. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And what I first like to do is fill out the start balance and the funds. And where I get that from is looking at the previous month. So this was the month before, and where I ended my balance on here is what I'm going to start with on this paper. So let me go ahead and fill that out first, and then I'll bring you guys back. All right, so I went ahead and wrote down everything that we needed. So at the start of July, first within my annual payments, I had $210. Within car maintenance, I had $1,096. For car insurance, I saved up $110. Christmas had $440. Gifts had $4. Household had $120. Medical had $540, and travel ended with $331. So that was a grand total of $2,851 that I started with my sinking funds at the top of the month. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and make sure that the transactions that I'm going to fill out down here, I will document any money that I added and any money that I took out from these funds, and I will add them underneath the plus and minus column. And then the end balance I want to make sure is what I have within this binder, so that then when I get my first paycheck for August and I begin funding for the sinking funds, we will know that we started off the month clear. So let me go ahead and take out the envelopes. And we are good to get started. All right, so going in order, we will start with annual payments. I always like to document any money that I added for the fund first. So I do notate that as income, and this is the money that you guys see me add within my cash envelope stuffings. So for the month, annual payments did receive $60. I do use my annual payments for things that I pay once a year. I don't like monthly bills, so if I can cut down something and pay them all at once, that is ideal for me. So my annual payments does include my Netflix, my Hulu, my Apple Music, AAA. I just encompass all of those things, add them up, and then I figure out how much I should be adding towards those funds. And then as the year goes on, I take the money out and pay for them for the year. And then I do the same thing next year. So if we added $60 and I took nothing out, we started with $210, added 60, so we should now have $270. The next thing that I am saving up for is my AAA. That will be due in October. So let's make sure we have 270. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. So that is correct. $270 within annual payments. And we can set that to the side. Then moving along, we have car maintenance. This is of course for any mechanical things or the upkeep with my car. So for the month, I did add $40 to this fund, and I did use this. I went to get a car wash. I consider that keeping up with the maintenance of my car, and that was $13 that I took out for that. So if we added 40 and we took out 13, we started with 1,096 plus 40 minus 13. So we should now have $1,123 saved up. Looking at car maintenance, here I have a placeholder for $1,000. This just lets me know that $1,000 is within the bank, so I don't keep the actual cash here. And if you are interested in these placeholders, I do sell those on my shop as well. So in cash, we should have $123. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that is correct. $1,123. And this weekend, I am going to get my oil change. So I definitely will be taking the money out of car maintenance. And it's always nice to, you know, just plan your things and be confident that you have the money set aside for that. It takes off such a stress. Normally when I didn't have my sinking funds before I started budgeting, things like that, like car maintenance, I would have to pull it from my check and it would always just be a headache. So I really appreciate these sinking funds, and I'm just so proud of myself of how far I came and how I'm sticking to them. So always make sure your sinking funds are catered towards what you need for your budget. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to car insurance. For the month, I did add $80 for this fund. I did not take anything out. I am saving up for my car insurance for 6 months, and that should be due in October as well. So if we had 110, added 80, we should now have 190 saved within the envelope. So here's car insurance. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So that is correct. 190 for car insurance. All right, moving along, we have Christmas. This is another fund that I am just adding the money toward. And for the month, I did add $40. And it is insane that Christmas is so close. Like, I already went out to the stores and I'm seeing Halloween, and right after Halloween, it's basically Christmas. So it's just crazy how fast this year has gone by. So if you haven't started saving for Christmas, now is the time. So I took nothing out. If we started with 440 and I added $40, I should now have 480. So let's check for that. Here is Christmas. And we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80. So correct, $480 we have for Christmas. And we are going to slowly let that build up. All right, after Christmas, we have gifts. For the month, this fund received $20. And I use this for birthdays, Mother's Day. But for this month, I did use this gifts envelope, and it was for a coworker. One of my coworkers is getting married, and the manager asked everybody to input some money towards a gift card. So I did Venmo him $10 for that, and I just took that out of gifts. But that was all I did for that this month. There was no one's birthday, and I'm trying to let this build back up because it was depleted. So for the month, if we added 20 and took out 10, we started with $4 plus 20 minus 10. So I now have $14 within gifts. All right, so we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that is correct. The next big gift thing is my best friend's birthday in October, so we will work on that. All right, after gifts, we have household. For the month, this sinking fund received $30, and I did use this. I told you guys at the beginning of the month, which feels like so long ago. Well, the beginning of July, I should say. I did go ahead and get a new lamp for my living room, and I am in love with it. I got it from Target, and that was $60. So if we added 30 to this fund and took out 60, 120 plus 30 minus 60, we are left with $90. And this is another sinking fund that I'm happy that I started, because random moments or times I want to get things for my apartment, and it's nice that I can still spruce the place up without blowing my budgets or sacrificing my personal savings goals. So adding a few dollars here and there really does add up. So in household, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. $90. Next, we have good old medical, but that has been on pause as of late. I may begin putting more money into that, but for this month we did nothing. So $540 it started with, and that is what it still should have. I do have another placeholder of $500, lets me know that $500 is in the bank, and then I have 20, 30, 40 in cash, making the total $540. All right. And now we get to my favorite sinking fund, which is travel. All right, so for the month, of course, we added money to this fund, and that was a total of $330 that this envelope received. I did use this. So the first time I used it was for my Lyft rides. At the beginning of July, we all know I went on my little vacation, and I do take the funds for my Lyft rides to drop me off at the airport and pick me up. I take them out of my travel. So including tip and all that for my 2 rides, that was $36 that I paid for that. And then I also had to take money out again for travel. As I shared with you guys, it was for my Thanksgiving activities. My family was very proactive this year, and we went ahead and booked our hotel for Thanksgiving, and my mom and I are sharing a room, and once we split the costs, I paid $160. So I took that out of travel as well. But those were the main things for travel. I am trying to build this up for my spending money on my cruise. So if we add the $330 that came in, and then we did $160 plus 36, so that means $196 was taken out. All right, so let's see where that puts me. So I started with $331 plus 330 minus 196. So that leaves me with a total of $465. So let's check to make sure that is true. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65. So that is correct, $465. And ideally for the cruise, I want to save up between $500 to $600, just again to cover all of my lifts for the airport. I am gonna have to check my bag when I go to the airport, so I want to take the money out for that and cover me while I'm on the boat. So ideally between $500 to $600 I feel like would be a good amount. So that is what I'm going to try and work towards, because as we know, at the end of the month I will be doing that. All right, but when it comes to my sinking funds, everybody looks correct, which is great. So now let's go ahead and total up to see what we get for a balance. All right, so that is a total saved of $3,172 across my sinking funds. So we did make some progress between the month before, and all of them are used for exactly what I need. But when it comes to the video and how I track it, that is all I do. Hopefully you guys are able to follow along. As always, let me know how you are enjoying the videos down in the comments below. All of your questions, leave those down in the comments below. If you do enjoy it, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. That really does help, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy these type of videos, and then I can keep producing them, or I can do other things. If you guys want, also let me know. But for today, that's all I have. And with all that, you guys, I will catch you all next time in my next video. Bye, guys.